Good evening, everybody. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Where are you, my friend? I only see me. You're hiding in the wings. You're not there.
No, I'm there.
There you
You'll
are.
just have to wait.
Now I
I
see you.
faded you in, and then I faded me in. Yeah.
I love the graphics. That's cool. And it is Memorial Day. Thank you to those who paid the ultimate price to secure our freedoms. They don't get thought about nearly enough. So how have you been, my friend?
Doing all right,
and
brother.
I
How you
see
doing?
that we have you as compared to, the beautiful redhead that we normally have.
Right. Yeah, Jamie gave me a quick call from jail. She's been hauled off to a Facebook black site due to her insurrectious activities on the Facebooks and the Twitters. I mean, you can't behave like that and think that they're not going to come for you. She got zucked. She promises me they are actually treating her well at this point. But
that's good. That's good.
She is suspected of insurrectious activities, even though she wasn't involved in 1/6. So,
she was 2/5 of the 1/6. No,
she was. She asked if I would step in for her today and hang out with the Ain't You a Peach crowd. So, good evening to all of our Ain't You a Peachers out there. I am screwing around with some new video fun because, well, that's what I do.
I think it's cool. I like the flag. I really do. And I mean, it's very appropriate for the weekend.
Right.
Muchly. How about if I kick us off here and do our introduction, so to speak?
Yeah, brother, to get it done.
Are on it like white on rice. Good evening, my fellow Ain't You a Peachers. Happy Saturday. It's the 149th day with 216 still to go in 2021. Today is National 512 Day, and that reminds friends and family that it's never been easier to help save for a child's future. By contributing to a 529 savings plan, you help prepare a child for whatever path that they choose. Earnings grow tax-free on a federal level and in most states as well. If savings are withdrawn to pay for qualified tuition and other expenses, save. It's National Coq au Vin Day, and that's a French braised chicken cooked with wine, salt pork, fungus, and garlic. It's a French staple. Coq au vin translate to a rooster with wine. So I guess you get the little critter drunk and roast his ass. It's a rustic peasant-style dish that is easy to serve when entertaining because a lot of the work can be done in advance. It's also National Paperclip Day. The day celebrates that well-known piece of curved wire that keeps our papers together and helps us stay organized. While many may have claimed earlier invention of the paperclip, according to the early office museum, Samuel B. Fay received the first patent for a bent wire paperclip in the United States in 1867. The original intention of Fay's clip was to attach tickets to fabric. However, U.S. Patent 64,088 recognized that paperclips could also hold papers together. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may cause you to think you can sing and dance. Ain't that the truth? Me, I can't do either, but hey, prost to you. Oh, my lordy. So, Mr. Chris.
Yeah, brother.
Why don't you kick off this here puppy?
Indeed, sir. Photo leads to arrest of the Big Cheese, a drug dealer in Liverpool. Drug dealer caught by his love of cheese. That's unfortunate. I guess that I should never be a drug dealer because I have a great love of cheese.
Love cheese.
Yes, of cheese. A drug dealer in the English city of Liverpool thought he was the big cheese until police got all the evidence they needed to arrest him from a picture he shared of himself holding a small block of creamy Stilton cheese. That is terrible
Stilton cheese.
Somebody should arrest this guy. This is bad cheese.
You can't. I didn't think you could finger your Filton while you were in public.
No, well, that's probably why you got arrested. But still, I mean, if you're going to get arrested because you love cheese, at least it should be good cheese.
Right, Stilton like, Limburger or what's that other really good one?
Provolone.
Blue cheese is good.
A good aged cheddar.
Ooh.
I mean, real aged cheddar. Like 45 years bread. Old cheddar, so that when you rub your finger on the edge, it falls off in crystals.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's cheese, my friend.
Makes you pucker power. Them some good stuff.
Uh-huh. Carl Stewart.
Hey, Jen's there too.
Nice. Hi, Jen.
You got Jen Stewart. And Sean and Jamie popped their fingers in, so evidently they let her get to a keyboard someplace.
Oh, she probably snuck out because they took away all of her electronics in that Facebook Black site.
I thought so. And Debbie's out there tonight. And Sarah's out there this evening.
We got one Whiskey 6 over here in the Facey books. Going on, Whiskey. All right, Carl Stewart, 39, was sentenced to 13 years and 6 months in prison at the Liverpool Crown Court last week after he pled guilty to conspiracy to supply cocaine, conspiracy to supply heroin, MDMA, ketamine, and transferring criminal
was this
property.
Guy driving the Silk Road?
Boy, I'm telling you, this guy had like the Walgreens of illegal pharmacies.
He really did.
Were it not for the photo of himself holding the block of cheese, he could very well still be supplying large amounts of drugs to the public now. Stewart was arrested after he posted a photo on the encrypted messaging service EncroChat via his handle Toffee Force.
Coffee Port.
What a stupid name.
Yeah, I mean, but, hey, he was the big cheese. I mean, he had all kinds of goodies in his pockets.
Toffee Force.
Goodness gracious. I've been in Walgreens that had less product than he was running around with.
Right, this guy was carrying.
Carrying. He was one of those mules. I'm surprised he wasn't hunchbacked.
Right. Marysville Police Detective Inspector Lee Wilkinson said Stewart had been caught by his love of Stilton cheese. And again, I just need to reiterate, that is a terrible cheese. If you're going to eat that, you deserve to go to jail. Stewart.
Stilton sounds stinky.
Blech. Stewart isn't alone in having his criminal activities brought to a premature end by his activities on EncroChat. I've never heard of this site.
That sounds like something you would get caught doing on a street corner and get thrown in jail for.
EncroChat. This sounds like a suspect platform if multiple people are getting caught by using it. All are said to be involved in coordinating and planning and supplying the distribution of drugs and weapons, money laundering, and other criminal activities. So apparently, if you want to find illicit stuff, that's the chat site to go to. Huh. Well, somebody should tell Jeffy.
That's where it needs to go.
But Jeffy would probably say, come on now. You don't need to tell me. I mean, first
of all. No, he already knows where it is.
Right. First of all, he probably made it. So, that's really about all there is. I mean, I guess, hold on 2 seconds here, and we could show the viewers a quick picture of this dumbass. And slide that there, and slide that there, and boom! Now we're displaying.
Displaying? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I thought that was illegal to display.
Well,
Or it's a
sometimes.
fillet.
Just sometimes.
Speaking of fillets, you've been fishing before, haven't you? There we go. See, look at that. He had his fingers in the cheese.
What
The big cheese.
It wasn't even his face.
Fingered.
How did they catch him? Boy, these cops are good.
Yeah, well, that is Liverpool, or is that Limburger? No, that's the cheese. So yeah, Interpol. That's it. Interpol. Liverpool? No, Liverpool is a city. Right.
All right. So which store are you doing first, there, brother?
I've got, seeing how we were talking about big cheeses, a guy, naturally, Florida man, a Florida fisherman's efforts came to an abrupt end when he almost became the catch of the day. Footage posted on YouTube shows 22-year-old Tommy Lee fishing for tarpon in the Everglades on Saturday when, guess what? A handbag on legs, an alligator emerged from the water. Oh, Jesus Criesca, he says. Of course, he used the shorter version thereof. As the alligator approached, then to make matters worse, Lee fell while he was trying to run away. Fortunately, the gator held back and after a tense standoff, returned to the water. But the fisherman called it a day. He says, I'm out of here. Screw that. Lee estimated the gator to be 11 feet long, if not bigger. It's mating season in Florida, which means the gators are more active and encounters can become more frequently. So don't wear shorts around the gators and, only going to hurt for a little bit. Florida Fish and Wildlife urges residents to be vigilant for themselves and their pets, given that alligators live in all 67 counties in the state. Experts say they could be present anywhere there's water. First of all, you need to watch every body of water, your bathtub, your swimming pool, your backyard pond, your mud puddles. It doesn't matter. Kids play everywhere an alligator can be found right now. And because alligators are on the run, especially the smaller ones, they're easy to hide. Gaylord Savannah Bold told Click Orlando the big bull alligators are pushing all the little ones out because they want all the ladies to themselves. Sometimes that means a quick end to a fishing trip, and other times it leads to a display such as this one captured from the Florida backyard last month. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yeah, we've been watching this
pole.
The video as you've been telling the story.
Right.
This guy is not smart.
No.
If an 11-foot alligator comes out of the water at you, you leave. Go away.
Don't try and
go. He's going back to his fishing hole. He went away and then he came back, and now he's walking over there to see if the alligator went back in the water. Go home.
Which is going to scare all the fish away anyway.
Right. Go away, dude.
I've watched that show. Was it Swamp People? That's it. And them guys shoot them. Yeah, it could be Tommy Lee, as in Motley Crue. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. I'd climb a tree.
No, I'd be out of there, man. Fish. I love fishing. I don't like screwing with alligators. That's
no, they win. Anytime, yeah.
They can run faster than you.
Big enough to yeah.
Uh-huh. And you might think they're not fast enough to catch you, but you'd be wrong.
No, don't they run like 30 miles an hour at short distances?
Yeah, they can haul ass over a short distance. You are not going to outrun the alligator, and then he's going to have your leg. It's all bad from there.
Like I say, the only thing you'd hope to do is climb a tree. Unlike a bear, gators don't climb trees.
That's true. It's true. How you like the Ain't You a Peach flag? Have you checked out the video there?
I like that.
Yeah.
That would be cool to do as my background instead of the static picture that I have. I think that.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to animate it so that I could stick the waving flag, like the flag that we opened with.
Right.
But I couldn't figure out how to animate that. But then I found this, and so I stuck the Ain't You a Peach flag there and made a video of it and stuck it in as our background. I did it for Off Track, too. So tomorrow night, there'll be at least some of our show with
Ooh, we'll be part of a train wreck. How cool.
a
I
waving.
wonder, I had to
A
try
waving.
and get a hold of that company that Timmy got a hold of for the Jackhole flag and do an Ain't You the Peach flag. That would be neat to have out in front of the house.
Nice. Yes. So an arrest
People
warrant
would think
was
I'm
issued.
strange, but they already think I'm strange.
Well, you are strange.
Oh, somebody said, Deb says, don't be a battery operated. Oh, no, that's Bob. I'm sorry.
That's a battery operated boyfriend.
I thought that's what Bob was.
Yeah. Bob is also the guy from Playboy that took nudes out of magazines. Bob's not a smart fella.
Oh.
Don't be a Bob. Yes. That's probably the Bob that Deb is referring to, not the...
That could be what
maybe
she was referring to.
Maybe she's telling us not to be a dildo, though. I don't know.
Well, wouldn't that be don't be an eggplant then? That way we would know.
That's
I mean,
true.
Yeah. And Debbie says, yes, that the other channel that we're on, that, Facebook sucks. I can't use the normal line that I call it because, well, we are online. Hey, Heather. Heather's there too. Hi, Heather. We got lots of bodies tonight.
And Jen Clifton, SoCal.
Yep. She says no comment. No comment about which? What?
Who's not commenting?
Jen, sister.
No
type.
comment.
She says,
yeah, no comment
no
is a comment.
comments.
Nice try.
That must have been about the batteries.
Uh-huh.
Batteries and boyfriends or something. I'm not sure.
All right, so we got another story here about police in Alabama have issued an arrest warrant for a man accused of moving a Confederate monument from a cemetery in Selma, Louisiana.
Uh-huh.
A Confederate
That would do
monument
it.
theft. And,
well, it's a Confederate one, so
I would think they would get away with it then, right?
you would think.
You would think. Police in
What
Alabama have
did he
issued
do?
an arrest warrant in connection with this
it?
bizarre theft. A Confederate monument was taken from an Alabama cemetery and found in Louisiana. Selma police have charged Jason Warnick with theft in connection with a mysterious disappearance of a chair-shaped monument. Dallas County District Attorney Michael... How did Dallas get involved to here? What? It was stolen in Alabama, it was found in Louisiana, and the Dallas County District Attorney is prosecuting it. It's like Democrats are in charge of this.
I was going to say, that's a whole lot of states.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, let's continue on here and see if we can figure out why Dallas is involved. Warnick was already facing charges for possession of stolen property after police said the monument ended up in New Orleans in a tattoo shop. In his tattoo shop. An attorney for Warnick said he denied it being him being involved in the theft, which sparked a national news story.
Although gas receipts say he was right there.
Mm-hmm. The knowledge is very new, but we are in contact with the Selma Police Department and will be making plans over the next few days. Attorney Michael Kennedy wrote in an email that Mr. Warnick categorically denies any involvement with the theft of this memorial art installation and intends to defend himself vigorously.
Well, yeah. He's going to fight vigorously.
He is going to vigorously defend himself. Warnick and two other people are previously charged with the possession of the chair after it went missing. The strange saga began March 20th when a representative of United Daughters in the Confederacy reported to the police that the Jefferson County Davis Memorial chair had gone missing from Live Oak Cemetery, located in Riverside City, known worldwide for its links to the civil rights movement. The chair has no direct connections to Davis, the president of the Confederacy, but it was a monument to him, located near other rebel monuments in a private section of the city-owned cemetery.
So it was private. So now if it had been public, then he could have just taken it and not got in trouble for it. but he stole private property.
He did. He stole private property. Someone sent an email signed White Lives Matter. Oh, my God. Boy, they better have done that email anonymously or they are getting canceled. The news outlet claiming responsibility. Oh, that's why they're in trouble. Somebody sent the email saying White Lives Matter to a news outlet claiming responsibility and saying the chair would be returned only if the United Daughters of the Confederacy agreed to display a banner at the Virginia headquarters bearing a quote from a Black Liberation Army activist. What?
Terrible. There's more people involved in this than there is in Betty Crocker making a cake.
This is some crazy. So
I don't think there were this many states involved in the whole Civil War, was it?
For real. And it was stolen and it was taken to a tattoo shop in New Orleans. And apparently the district attorney for Dallas County was just bored. And so he decided that he would go to Louisiana because he didn't have enough work in Dallas County.
Well, I mean, they can't prosecute stuff, under $750, if I remember right.
Oh, right. So he's just bored now. And
yeah,
he went to Louisiana to get some work.
So, yeah, because that's transporting stolen goods across state lines.
But it didn't ever go to Texas.
Across state lines, so he gets mileage. And, yeah, I'm sure that worked out to be a really big check.
Yeah, okay, mileage, yeah. From Dallas to Selma, carry the 2 plus 1.
Plus the 5, and it's government, so add 27. Oh, yeah. Dude, they cleaned house.
Yeah, I can't
and I'm sure they got paid in Bitcoin.
What a ridiculous story. Somebody stole a chair.
It's no worse than this one.
Go ahead, brother.
A football fish from the deep washes up on the shore. And it's really freaky. It resides thousands of feet below the ocean surface and is rarely seen. And this football isn't for playing. No, it's pretty gnarly looking. I think we got a picture of it. The beach visitors made the exceedingly rare find of the Pacific football fish that was washed up on the shore at Crystal Cove State Park in, guess where, Jen? Orange County, California. And it happened on Friday. This type of angelfish or anglerfish that dwells thousands of feet below the surface of Davy Jones's locker said the fish isn't uncommon in the ocean's dark depths, but it's highly unusual to see it perfectly preserved on the Southern California beach. The fishing company said the first spine of its dorsal fin is elysium, and it serves as a funky overhead lamp with phosphorescent bulb at the end to attract its prey. And the California Department of Fish and Wildlife now reportedly has the 18-inch carcass. See, fun fact about the Pacific football fish, males are up to 10 times smaller than females and fuse themselves to their mate to serve as an easily accessible sperm source, according to the California Academy of Sciences. Dr. Bruce Robinson of Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute said, anglerfish are among the most rarely seen of all of the deep sea fishes. Hey, it's pretty gnarly.
Well, yeah,
looking.
but how deep are they? I mean, those fishes are usually hanging out super deep, and that's why they have a light on them.
Right, 2,000 feet below sea level.
That would make sense why they're rarely ever seen, because humans
and to
aren't
have
generally
one
below
get
that.
washed up in good shape, because usually the pressure change, they blow up and explode and get all really super nasty looking.
Yeah.
Because, hey, 2,000 feet, that's a lot of pressure per square inch.
True. It is a lot of pressure.
I expect it's probably, 2,000 feet per square.
So do they die of the bends when they come up? Is that what happens?
Pretty much. We used to fish for cod a lot out in off the coast of Ventura. It's not really Northern California, it's still Southern California, but it's kind of northern part of Southern California. Okay. And we would go down 300-400 feet to catch these cod. And once you'd reel them up, the pressure changed. Boy, their eyes would all blowed out and their tongues would swell. Kind of cool looking, actually. But yeah, just from the 250 feet of pressure difference between there and what we had on top. But it was fun fishing for them. They taste good.
Yeah, I bet. So
cod is good stuff.
In following the chat here, it looks like Jamie may have just been beaten at the Facebook Black site and released.
Must have been,
because she
see
said
her name showing up occasionally.
The swelling needs to go down a little or something like that. So
she says, "I look like I got punched in the face."
Right?
Maybe they did.
Yeah. The Black site was hard on her, and then they let her go.
I guess they just whooped up on her bad. Yeah, it says the swelling still hasn't gone down, and as long as I stay on top of the pain pills, most people take them, but I guess if you stay on top of them, they get in a different direction. But hey, whatever works for you. I don't know. Still, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
All right.
Yes, sir.
We got Florida woman.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. I've got a thing that goes for Florida's.
Hey, y'all. Hey, hold my bear.
The Off Track Syndicate presents Florida Man.
Florida woman poses as a student to promote her Instagram page.
Oh.
Poses as a student. Investigators say Aubrey French of 20. Nailed it. Snuck onto the campus of Miami Area High School and handed out pamphlets printed with her Instagram account. So she was advertising herself to high school kids?
So she was soliciting herself for her fan-only page, huh?
A 28-year-old woman who wanted to promote her Instagram page attempted to blend in with students in a Miami area high school, police said. Monday's stunt at American Senior High School landed Audrey Francisco in jail, where she is facing charges of burglary. For what? She wasn't stealing from the school, was she? Interfering with school function and resisting arrest without violence.
Wait a minute.
You can peacefully resist arrest
without violence.
Yeah, apparently you can.
How do you do that? Do you throw a temper tantrum? What?
Rustical log nuts. Are you joining us for the Ain't You a Pete show, sir?
Oh, I didn't know. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Rusted. How are you, brother?
Would you like to join us for the show, sir?
Sure.
All right. You better put some clothes on and turn your camera on then, hey, brother.
I gotta get to my computer.
All right, get to your computer and come back.
When are we starting?
We're already in show right now.
Oh, about a half hour ago.
Go.
Just woke up.
You just woke up? Well, then get out of here. We've been derailed. That's not supposed to happen on this show. This is the wrong show for that.
It wasn't even a Sunday night. Practice.
Rusty's practicing. Interfering with a school function and resisting arrest without violence. So apparently you can resist arrest without being violent. All right. Francis started handing out pamphlets printed with her Instagram account. What a stupid way to advertise your Instagram. I mean, seriously. Here, have this paper. The link doesn't work! Police said she had a black backpack and carried a skateboard as she walked through the hallways, recording herself. Criminals
Hey,
are
this is
stupid.
me pretending to be 21 Jump Street.
Look at me. I'm violating the law and recording myself while I do it.
Well, it makes it easier when she goes to court. At least there's video evidence.
Right? Rustical, are you ready now? He's
That
sort
sounded
of
painful.
ready now.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Well, I would imagine he is.
Well, while we're waiting, I have one from Australia. Here's
Fire
how
away,
to
brother.
stay old, Mr. Rusticles. Australia's oldest ever man has one thing to say to everybody that keeps him young. He includes eating chicken brains among his secrets to living more than 111 years. That's a long time. Retired cattle rancher Dexter, his name's Dexter. Are you sure it's chicken brains he's eating? Dexter Krug on Monday marked 124 days since he turned 111, a day older than the World War I veteran Jack Lockett was when he died in 2002. Kruger told Australian Broadcasting Corp in an interview at his nursing home in the rural Queensland state town of Aroma, days before the milestone, that a weekly poultry delicacy had contributed to his longevity. Chicken brains. You know, chickens have a head, and in there's a brain, and they're delicious little things. Yeah, he got that right, little things. And there's only one little bite, Krug said. A 74-year-old son, Greg, credits his father's simple outback lifestyle for his long life. And nursing home manager Melanie Calvert said Kruger, who is writing his autobiography, was probably one of the sharpest residents here. His memory is amazing for 111 years old, Calvert said. John Taylor, a founder of Australian Book of Records, confirmed that Kruger had become the oldest ever Australian man. The oldest ever verified Australian was Christina Cook, who died in 2002 at the age of 114 years and 148 days younger. Wow. So this guy's trying to beat her record. He's made it to 111, and all it takes is, a little chicken brains. I've heard of people having pig brains and their eggs before. Or is that cattle brains and eggs? Anyway, eggs and brains. I haven't. I've not been that drunk yet. But chicken brains got to be like eating chicken lips. It sure take a whole lot of them to get you there, don't it?
Yeah.
Well, there's a rusted head. There he is. From the nose up anyway. Kind of look like Wilson.
Yeah. Had me an afternoon siesta. And I didn't even know what time it was.
It's in the middle of the afternoon. It's 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central.
Oh yeah, I know that now.
2:30
what has happened? What has happened to the ever lovable Jamie? Where is she at?
Well, good question. My understanding was that she had been absconded with by the Facebook Black Ops section because of her salacious posts.
Huh.
And that was my understanding at the top of the show. But yet I see her posting here throughout the show sporadically in the, of course it is on the Facebooks, or I mean in the Tubes of You side of things. So maybe they still have her locked up in Facebook kind of jail or something.
Possible.
That doesn't mean she can't do the show, though.
Well,
Yeah, where is her dedication?
Yeah, she does have a good point. Looking over there at the Tubes of You page, we just have pretty skies and the flag, no S's.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
They
can hear our pretty faces right now, but they can't see us.
Oh, so if I pick my nose, nobody will notice it. Cool, man.
Well,
there is
on
just
YouTube,
that one booger
they
way
won't
back there in the
notice
back of my head I've been trying to get to all day.
On Facebook, they're going to see it.
Oh, damn. Too late. Here I thought I was giving myself a COVID test.
No, that's a bad plan. Don't do that.
Trying to find the end of the brain stem. Up. That's the problem. Brain stem. I guess that's an oxymoron. That'd be something like Harlan would come up with, like military intelligence or jumbo shrimp.
Yeah. Military intelligence.
No,
I know. They just don't go to two words that just do not go together.
Yeah, I am. Go ahead and tear up a new story there, Leprechaun. I am resizing some windows and fixing our yada yada.
All righty. I happen to have another one. Nature works in mysterious ways. A weird blob washed up on the North Carolina beach that left experts and viewers puzzled, as Fox 8 reported. Cape Lookout National Seashore shared a Facebook photo. Wow, I'm not going to retry and read that fast 10 times. That's a mouthful. Of an unidentified blob Tuesday afternoon. It looks like a pair of gloves that has something laid eggs in, one commenter said. Another said it's invasion of the body snatchers. And let's see, days later, the National Park Service, which maintains a Cape Lookout National Seashore, where the blob was found, said it had identified the mysterious mass. And I think we even have a picture of it, maybe. It's an egg mass of a squid, or actually the eggs of many squids as they lay their eggs together to create the mass, the Facebook post reads. These squids are inshore squid species, which belong to the same scientific family, Longaliginae, as the California market squid of the Pacific coast and a member of the European squid. They all lay similar-looking egg masses off the North Carolina coast, where three species from the Longaliginae family squid, let's see, thumble squid, the longfin inshore squid, and the slender inshore squid, which have had laid the eggs in mass that showed up on the beach. Yeah, and roll that beautiful bin footage or not? Maybe.
Maybe in just a minute.
Okay, or maybe
challenging.
Buttons, many of buttons, too many buttons and not enough fingers.
Too many buttons, not enough fingers. I mean, I understand Brad now a little bit anyway. When he complains that Doc left him too many buttons, it's...
And not enough. Well, I can kill some time. I've got another one here. About,
which finger did we want? The North Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, there we
go.
The
Carolinas of the North. And it's not even the giant sized squids. It's just the regular ones. The langostinos that everybody would use for, calamari that everybody would use for their fries.
Now they can see them.
Or rings. I've never been, that's one of the few things, I'll eat a lot of different foods, but bait isn't one of them. Don't do anchovies. Don't do chicken gizzards or livers. That's catfish bait. Anchovies is bait for almost everything else. There you go. There's the mass of little gobulets.
Yep.
It does almost look like somebody lost some speckled finger gloves, does it not?
Indeed.
Still yucky. Slimy. I wonder if you could hatch them and get squidettes out of them, or squidlets. Jamie says she's watching, but y'all are invisible. And my face is swollen, rusty. Yeah, Jamie says her face is swollen.
Yeah, I'm talking to her on text message right now.
Okay.
To figure out what's going on.
I guess it took a battering and kept on ticking. Kind of like a Timex.
Yep, I remember those bad tooth days. Of course, I don't have that problem anymore.
Yay, team.
Yeah.
Yeah, abscess teeth are never fun. God, I used to get those all the time. And when I first talked to the dentist, he says, well, hey, we have these implants we can put in there. We just drill down and put it. And it's like, dude, I'm having abscess at my gums now. So we're going to stick something else in there that can get infected around. Yeah, no, let's just, no.
Yeah, that, I mean, it's a good idea. I mean, they can, they can do all that, but boy, it ain't cheap. To have 4 posts put in that they wanted to do that for me was like $3,200.
Wow, and that's just for the magnetic posts. Can you imagine screwing all 32 teeth in?
Right. Oh yeah, that's around like $40,000 or $50,000.
And then they're still going to get infected just the same as the other ones did, I would think. Why would they not? It's still your gum. It wasn't the roots that were getting infected. It was between the gum and where the tooth was.
I guess.
At least in my case.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
But, whose last name are you trying to look up, Robert? He says he wants to look up her last name. I don't know who. I don't know. You'll have to type.
Trying to look up
Beats me.
Name? Are they trying to find Jamie? Because maybe he's working at the Facebook Black site.
That could be. Anything is possible. I mean,
if he is, maybe we should
give him the name. Didn't you get an email where they wanted people to join up to do something, be part of some kind of fact finding or checking or some kind of something?
Most people don't know, but Robert has a certain set of skills. No, well, or at least that's what he says. He always says he has a certain. Nobody knows exactly what those certain set of skills are.
So, if you have cement overshoes, he might find the people to fill them, or if you have the people that need cement overshoes, he may. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's it. He's finding the people.
He's finding the peoples.
Oh, he's finding the people for the shoes. So you bring your own shoes and he puts the people in them.
Sounds about right.
Maybe. So.
I've got another story here in 2 seconds. Now that I've fixed the. All ready.
Didn't mean to barge in on y'all.
No, it's all right, brother. Now you are part of. Have you seen the beautiful graphic display I have created for us?
No.
I love that. The sky is so cool.
If I open up 2 windows, my stuff starts crashing. So, yeah, I gotta do some different stuff with my computer department and internet connection and.
Oh, well, connections of the internet. Yeah, I have cable, and it's about as useless as memory glands on a bullfrog.
Well, that's not terribly useful. So, California Tesla driver has been arrested while riding in the back seat.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Parama, age
Nailed
25.
it.
Was arrested for allegedly driving reckless. Told reporters that riding in the backseat isn't dangerous and he will just continue doing it.
Whom was he doing in the back seat?
He was letting the car drive itself. He was just riding. A motorist was arrested after an officer observed him in the backseat of his Tesla traveling on a San Francisco Bay Area freeway. California Highway Patrol said. Param 25.
It's uncanny. It's almost like you're a native.
I am.
Go ahead.
Native. Nailed it. He was driving recklessly and disobeying a police officer. Probably because the car didn't know it was being pulled over.
Right. I mean, the car didn't know it was just doing its thing.
What? I didn't do anything. I was just sitting in the back seat. The car didn't listen to you. Why am I in trouble?
Exactly.
Uh-huh. Highway patrol officer arrested him. Prior to the arrest, members of the public had captured multiple videos of someone resembling operating his vehicle in the back seat.
Crazy.
CHP said the incident remains under investigation. Autopilot systems, which can keep the car centered in its own lane at a safe distance behind vehicles in front of it, are not fully self-driving systems and not to be used in that way. His car was impounded, and after he was released, he simply purchased a new one and arrived for his interview in the newly purchased Tesla, stepping out of the back seat.
Yep.
Say out of the trunk or the passenger side.
If this guy's got enough money to buy a second Tesla, how come he just doesn't pay somebody to sit in the front seat?
I'd like to ride in one of those self-driving Teslas sometime just to see what it's like.
Me too, but I'm sitting in the driver's seat with my hand like an inch off the steering wheel, for fuck's sake. I am not letting that thing drive.
Yes. There was a story, I don't know, a week or two ago, same kind of system. Dude in the driver's seat, sound asleep, cop chased him for 2 miles, lights and sirens before the guy finally woke up and pulled over. Then the cop says, why didn't you stop? Well, I didn't know you were there. I've been chasing you for 2 miles. Oh, no, couldn't have been. It would be nice, though. Just the car does its own thing.
Right. Drives all by itself. So, it's pretty cool.
I think it would be. But they're like $100K, aren't they?
I would imagine maybe the self-driving ones are. You can get a base model Tesla for a pretty reasonable rate these days. Like 50,
I believe I read.
50, 60 grand.
I read that article. And I believe the level of that's an extra package that you can add on that makes it that level of AI is like an extra. I want to say it was either $10,000 or $20,000.
I can believe that. But it's electric, right? You only get a couple of 100 miles before you have to get out and wind the rubber band back up again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if it takes, 8 hours to charge.
Biggest problem with those Teslas is that the cost of the battery itself is more than half of the cost of the car. And if you let that battery drain to a 0% charge, it's a brick. You can't recharge it.
Ooh.
Yep.
You got to buy a new one.
Yep.
Because remember, that was the thing with the old lithium batteries when they first came out. If you recharged it too soon, it held that memory of the short charge and it only worked that long.
Right.
Whereas you had to let them run all the way down, essentially, and then give them a full charge to start over.
Yeah, there's still real lithium lipo, lithium polymer batteries they're really, really good, but they're really, really dangerous. They can't take any abuse. They can't get too hot or too cold, or too hot and they'll catch on fire, and too cold they'll start losing their charge, but ability to recharge and all that. And they're real finicky. Funny is
because everybody always used to say when your batteries started running down, put them in the freezer and it would recharge them. Remember that?
Yeah, that's garbage. It doesn't work.
So
because think
while
about
I was
when
resizing
it's cold,
videos
your battery
and stuff,
loses its charge faster. So put them in the oven and that'll recharge them.
While I was recharging or rechanging around videos and stuff, did you do this 111-year-old man thing?
Yeah.
You did? Oh.
Yes, he did.
Man, I can't believe I missed
the chicken brains guy.
I was right here. I was in the show and I still missed the story. It happens to be on Off Track too. I get busy doing some video thing and looking at comments, and I completely miss whatever story Sean just said. And then he comes to me with a question, and he's like, "Right, Chris?"
Right where? Hey, Mike.
Exactly.
All right, so we got this Starlink one yet we could do, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can. It's been messing up the observatories.
Has it?
Yeah, it is. As I scroll to the top, Starlink is the name of the satellite network that SpaceX is developing to provide a global broadband coverage for high-speed internet access. Unfortunately, it doesn't work here in Kentucky, particularly for people across the world in rural areas and remote areas. SpaceX has launched more than 600 new Starlinks this year, typically launching 60 at a time. As of last week, the number of Starlink satellites currently in orbit at more than 1,500. Over the coming few years, SpaceX plans to send up another 12,000 Starlinks. The Starlink internet is
12,000
beamed
of
through
them?
space at a
People
rate
are
that's
complaining about it
reportedly
now, though,
40.
right?
Say again?
People are complaining about it blocking out light now, and they're going to put up another 12,000 of them?
12,000, yeah.
Wow.
And they say right now the rate to beam it from the satellite to Earth is 47% faster than fiber optic cable, which I don't believe because they have that Hughes net and that satellite internet, and it's super slow. You can't even stream a song on it. They say, but here's the problem. These Starlinks are bright. They can be seen in the night sky. They create what's being called a mega constellation. That is a group of satellites moving together. And in 2021's a sudden upsurge in the number of Starlink satellites causing UFO sightings to increase.
And we're out of here.
See you next week. Thank you.
I wasn't watching the clock. What kind of producer am I? Fired! Jamie will be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.